Yeah. So, welcome to our discussion about reboots, pandering, He-Man. This is just a loose base conversation, to be honest. But yeah, I'm Ollie.
And I'm Cisco.
Let's just jump right into it. Yeah. Again, so much is happening. So much is going on in the world. But let's just start with our feelings about the He-Man reboot, whatever, revisited again. On further examination,
It has been a couple of days, and we have had time to let our feelings on it sit. We have, because Ollie explained. My bad. Ollie explained.
First of all, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know the next time we upload. But yeah, our feelings about the whole He-Man situation has changed drastically, at least for me. I don't want to speak for Cisco, but I understand why people are pissed now. Like I did before, and I said that in our review, but like now I'm fully on the fan side. Like I'm not mad. Okay, I'm mad with the way Kevin Smith handled the whole situation, but the direction in which he took these characters kind of sucked. Like, and first of all, I just want to address, this isn't going to be a He-Man discussion again. Like, this isn't us just complaining for like 20 minutes about why He-Man sucks or whatever. Masters Universe sucks. That's not what this is. But, yeah. Kevin Smith messed up by changing the central. First of all, if it isn't broke, don't fix it. If you're going to do a reboot, don't change the fundamental things that made the original property work. It's unnecessary. Personally, I think the whole idea of rebooting properties is stupid. There's nothing wrong with going back and watching the original property in the first place. People act like you need to. You can't. Just like, oh, Dad, it's so old. It's so stupid. I don't want to do it. Well, then you're stupid, kid. You're a stupid kid. Come on. Just because it doesn't have Noah Centineo and Zendaya or what's the Timothy Chalamet or Addison Rae, it doesn't mean that the shit is bad, okay? God damn it.
Listen, I like modern media as much as the next, but honestly, appreciating old media is something that is kind of lost in the modern day, especially because with the idea of reboots, it's kind of like we're trying to drop the face of the original off of the map. That's kind of the consensus. The only time when I feel like that is something that is not done is when we have stuff that tries to separate itself from the original media, but tries to do something different with it. Like, let's say, like, you have something like, let me think. Back in the early 2000s, when they made all those weird Disney Channel shows out of the Disney Channel movies. Not all of them were good.
Yeah.
Not all of them were good. Not all of them were needed. None of them were needed, honestly, but they were good. But at the end of the day, they were good television for a reason. They were good television. Like, you had stuff like Lilo and Stitch. You had stuff like that thing that everyone loves, and they can keep profiting off it because the original fans are gonna go there, and you're gonna get new fans because the original fans like it. Popular billing.
Yeah.
So I don't like it, but shit works for a reason. It's the reason why there's so many. It's popular.
I think that I'm on the contrary. I think properties should not be rebooted because how do you expect to get new stuff? Like, we can't have the next Indiana Jones. We can't have the next Ghostbusters. We can't have the next Star Wars if you keep going back and trying to make, again, I understand Hollywood is a business. I'm not stupid. But, and there's nothing wrong with merchandising. But when you're focused on making the merchandise, the franchise, that's not good. Not good. I don't like it when characters, like, no one likes Falcon as Captain America, and there's just only one Captain America. So don't get mad when they try to do something else, and you're like, but I don't like it. I don't like change. Shut up. It's either that, or they're gonna keep handing off the mantle, and no one likes handing off the mantle, unless it's a character like Flash or Green Lantern. Shit.
We've had so long with that character having that mantle that that's just a character that's just associated with the character now, associated with the mantle. Like no one's sitting here saying, no one's gonna sit here and say like, what's a good example of a mantle that shouldn't have been passed down? Like let's look at like, let's say like Jaime Reyes and Ted. Two completely different characters with two completely different origins. And
Ted Kord isn't even, I'm sorry, but Ted Kord's not even the first Blue Beetle. It's Dan Garrett. So, like, how many people don't even know that that's a Charleston Comics thing? They don't. So, that's what I'm saying.
I straight up did not know that until you said it just now.
They had DC, that's one of the things that DC absorbed.
Yeah.
So it's
a milestone.
Yes. So it's one of those things where it's like, it's okay if we do that because I think it's okay if we do that if it's a character that nobody cares about. Like I'm talking about.
If you came up and said, I think if you came up here and said, if you made a Mr. Miracle movie, but you made it about, what's his name? Not Shiloh, the first Mr. Miracle.
Fucking, what's his name?
Not Scott. The other guy, the guy before Scott. Scott's mentor.
Oberon.
Oberon is his name. I forgot.
I think it's Oberon.
Like that's like if you made a movie, you skipped him and you just made the movie about Scott, and then gave Oberon like a assisting role or whatever.
That's fine because when you think of Mr. Miracle, you think of Scott.
You think
yeah.
Scott. Scott.
Just like Blue Beetle. If you ask the average everyday person who Blue Beetle is, they're gonna think of the Kamen Rider Guyver version. They're not gonna think of Ted. You either have to be a comic book head like me or a nerd.
You have to be. Oh, and speaking of comic book, hey Chris, how you doing?
What's up, man?
Hey man. We're talking about diversity, reboots, and pandering. We're doing a video.
Yeah.
Chris, you can actually contribute about this as a Star Wars fan. You hate the fact that Star Wars is continuing, right?
Yes.
All right, go on about it. Rant about it. It's your time.
It's my time to shine. Right.
Yes.
But the diversity in it, it just felt like, they did some characters wrong, especially John Boyega's character of Finn. Felt like he should have shined more in the in the sequel trilogy. He should have, they should have made him a Jedi, and I would have preferred if they didn't make him basically a Rey fanboy, throughout the whole entire sequel trilogy, that's one of my biggest nitpicks.
To be fair, Finn's character was more than that, retrospectively. Yeah. But I can see why you're saying that, like from like a surface level thing. His character was more than that, but they just sidelined him. Like his whole
they sidelined him because he was downgraded after the first movie.
Yeah, because his whole motivations wasn't just Rey. Like I wanna get that clear first and foremost. But it didn't help that the J.J. Abrams, like, first of all, fuck racist fans of Star Wars, or racist fans of any franchise really, but especially Star Wars, because I don't know why they got so mad with a stormtrooper, a black stormtrooper, and then the idea of a black Jedi, when black people have always existed in Star Wars, fucking Lando and Mace Windu, and black Jedis were a thing because but Mace Windu. So what the hell is your problem?
I know.
Racism. It's internalized racism.
That's what it is.
And I get it. Pandering. They pandered to an audience that didn't even give a shit about Star Wars when they tried to do the girl power thing with Rey. I mean, they didn't say girl power with Rey. It's just they didn't. She's not a complex character because everything was handed. You see why? It doesn't even have to be about a misogynistic thing or whatever. She's not an interesting.
She's not a well-written character.
Yes.
Well-written character.
She's a Mary Sue. Yes. She's the best pilot. Why is she the best pilot? Like in episode 7, if you're like, oh, she's not a Mary Sue. Episode 7, how does she know how to fly the Falcon if she's never flown anything before? Then you could argue the same thing about Luke Skywalker. It doesn't make sense. I don't really understand why Luke knows how to fly fly an X-wing, but then you could argue that it's because he uses he worked on a farm. But then again, they're not the Force, Billy. I mean, at least Anakin, it makes sense because he pod racing.
Billy, you know, this is Star Wars. Anything we can't explain, we just say the Force.
Nah,
you understand this?
That's why Star Wars got bad, because they keep using that excuse.
Star Wars is dead.
Anything that we cannot explain, the Force.
And
it's the Force.
Can we make something new? Can we make a new not Star Wars itself? When I say a new this, it doesn't mean I want the franchise. Give me a new IP.
Yes.
Not only that, it's like you said, like before in the past, move on from the whole entire Skywalker, character saga and all that, and just start off.
I mean, yes, you could do that.
But that's the thing. Star Wars is about that saga. That's what we're saying. That's what
Star Wars is not a franchise. Even though it is, it's become a franchise. It's
become a franchise, but it's a story about that saga.
It shouldn't be a franchise. It should be. You can have Star Wars merchandise. Understand the difference. You can have merchandise for something without it being a freaking franchise. You can have toys and stuff.
Because there's a difference between how you can have let's look at what Disney's doing right now. Disney's making a bunch of Marvel shows and a bunch of Star Wars shows. The difference, Marvel has years of comic books to go back on and get storylines from. What the fuck are all these Star Wars shows? Like, logistically, what are, like,
you know,
playing it safe. That's the thing. They're playing it safe now.
You know what? Let me clarify what I mean. It's like the example of before the 2016 Ghostbusters. You had oh no, because there was a cartoon. Never mind. Can't use Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
You can have merchandise for something. I can't really think of something that has merchandise that hasn't been expanded forward.
Let me think.
Yeah, it's pretty hard.
It's kind of hard, not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th. It hasn't been expanded in years. It hasn't been a new Friday the 13th thing in years.
But there's been several movies.
But that's like what, early 2010, the early 2000s. Like, come on now. Evil Dead. Oh wait, no, there was a reboot.
Yeah, there's a show. There's a show.
Oh, there's even a show.
Yeah, Ash versus the Evil Dead. I can't really. Thundercats. Before the reboots, Thundercats was an IP that was just toys. You just made fucking toys, and then that's it.
TMNT was originally that too. It was just toys.
It was originally a comic book.
Yeah, I was about to say it was a cartoon. Yeah.
It was a comic book first.
It was a comic book, then toys, then a show.
No, it was a comic book. It's a comic book cartoon. It's a comic book. No, it's a comic book cartoon, then toys. Billy, Billy, it's.
Or did they create new Or did they create toys and then new characters in the show?
They created new characters from the toys.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, because how do you make toys off the Ninja Turtles if the original version is dark as fuck? Does it make any sense?
I truly don't know.
No.
That's why it always confused me.
Yeah. Well, yeah. This is just. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of, like, for example, the Black Superman. Like, let me say something. There are certain characters that should only be that character. Like Captain America is Captain America. Superman is Superman. I like Sam. I love Sam Wilson. Doesn't need to be Captain America. Can he play with the shield? Yes. I've said this on several occasions. He can hold the shield without ever calling himself Captain anything. So we don't have to get these fucking kind of low-key racist jokes. And bro, he's not Black Falcon. He's not Captain Black. He's not Black Falcon. He's just Falcon. Okay? That's it. That's it. There's Steve Rogers, and then that's it. Don't reboot. Don't add more people to this thing. There's just Steve. We have so many characters in the Marvel universe. You don't need to reboot.
But we have other characters who kind of have that same gimmick as Steve did, but aren't really continuation. Aren't really part of that mantle. Like, look at America Chavez. She's honestly kind of a different thing in her own right. Even though she has the name America, she's not a symbol of America. She's just someone who has the American name.
The only thing that they have in common is the fact that they have
America in their name.
The name, yeah. It's like Jessica Drew.
Yeah, it's not a mantle thing. It's just, she just happens to have America in her name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's a better way to do it though. Instead of having mantles.
I think the only character that can have a mantle is the Flash.
And Green Lantern, since it's
Green Lantern, because they're cops. They're cops.
Yeah.
Other than those two groups of people, nah.
No, but you have things like Batman and Terry McGinnis.
I love Batman. I love Terry McGinnis. But you know, people are gonna be like, "There's only one Batman and there's only one super." You know what? Then just let can we stop using the same 5 characters? And can you people who love these characters grow on and move and have other characters so we can appreciate other characters? Because you don't understand. If you keep fanboying for the same 5 characters, other characters can't grow. That's why we keep getting That's why we keep getting Superman shit and Batman shit and the same 5 characters. There are a laundry list of other characters, but if you guys keep getting boners for the same characters, then what are we doing?
I know, right?
Holy shit! It's like the Teen Titans.
It's long overdue that they, introduce Static, in the DC universe.
Yes, Icon, Static, Blue Marvel. When am I getting Sync on the X-Men? I just said a name and you guys don't even know what the fuck I just said. So it's just like, no. Exactly. Because why? It's always Wolverine and it's always the same group of fucking X-Men. Oh my god. Oh, I love the cartoon, so the roster has to be the same. Or I love the 80s version of these characters, and we're never going to make a roster outside of these characters. Grow up. I mean, I'm not telling you to grow up, but, like, let other things... like again, it's one
Other
thing.
characters exist.
Yes, it's
Other
what
characters exist.
I understand the argument when you're like, don't race swap, don't gender bend, don't queer bait. Yes, I'm 100% on your side. But when you start going, oh, I don't want Miss Marvel to exist, like, bitch, then how the fuck do you expect other characters to come into the thing?
That is true.
You know, you can't complain. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't complain about how you don't want characters.
I keep telling you. I keep saying this. There's a reason why it's so contradictory. They just want the basic straight white man beats other straight white man with hot women in the background. That's what. That's quite literally what it is. Quite literally.
But then how? You can't say you like Storm, and then when they try to do something with Storm, you're just like, why is Storm here? What are you doing? You can't say you like Ripley. You can't say you like Ripley or Sarah Connor, and then when they try to do something with Sarah Connor or Ripley, it's just like, what's going on? What
Billy,
is this?
is Sarah Connor or Ripley straight white man? Sarah Connor or Ripley straight white man?
They were the protagonists of the franchise until.
I know this. I love Ripley. Fucking love the Alien movies.
Get away from her, you bitch.
Yeah, Ripley's great. But there's a reason why they don't support those characters. There's a reason why. It's honestly, I just want to. At this point, I have devolved to the point where I just want to see good stories be told. Simple. I just want to see good stories be told. I don't want to see racist shit. I don't want to see people come out here with some weird allegories for speculation. Like, I understand pandering's gonna happen, and I understand all this shit's gonna happen, but I just want to watch good media. That's all I want. Whether it be original, maybe every once in a while you got a reboot or whatever, but I just want things to be new and interesting. That's all I ever want from what I watch.
Yeah, but the problem is they're rebooting a lot of stuff now that never should have been rebooted in the first place. That's the problem. Dude, we really need another Space Jam?
No,
we did not.
No, Space Jam's not even good.
No, we did not.
I love the
Space Jam was never good. No, Space Jam was never good to begin with. Never good to begin with.
The merch was good. The song was good, but the actual guys, Space Jam sucks.
Actually, you know what? Wait. I'll give one excuse to continuation. When a show was unfairly canceled. That's the only time. Because if we're just gonna sit here and say that all continuations are bad, then think about Kim Possible. Kim Possible got canceled. Like it got canceled, but then they were given a season 3 because the fans wanted it.
Yeah, but that's a revival, and it's not even. It was canceled for like a week.
Yeah.
So
let's look at something like the Community movie. The Community movie.
Yeah, but that's a conclusion. Okay, but that was promised. That was the pitch of the franchise.
This is something that was canceled. Spectacular Spider-Man.
Yes.
It was original run was supposed to be 65 episodes. We were supposed to get 65 episodes, but they canceled after 23.
You can have a conclusion to things, man. It's not the same thing as coming back and just, we're going to do the same thing, but make a modern twist to it. And again, I understand different people of different races, sexes, and things of that nature exist because the world isn't just made of straight white men. I get that. But at the that footage threw me off. It was a footage. Can you guys see my screen? Yeah, that threw me off. Ghost in the Shell. Scarlett Johansson. But yeah, even that. Oh, and animation never. Let's just shut that shit down right now. Animation never made in live action or adapted. Like, there should never be an American reboot.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Anime, in my opinion, is impossible to do that in live action. It stays either in.
Okay.
When? Give me one. Give me a good one.
I enjoyed Bleach.
You can enjoy it. Doesn't mean it's good.
Fair. You know what? That is fair. That is fair. But yeah, honestly, aside from that, you're right. Like, they're making a live action Pokemon. No. Please, no. Billy.
What is the purpose of this, Billy?
There's no purpose of a live action Pokemon reboot.
It's none.
There's
Nope.
none.
Stupid.
There's truly none. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video.
Don't forget to
if you guys
like,
wanna see-
comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Cisco, take it away.
If you guys want to see more content like this, go on our Patreon, where we do commentary tracks. If you want to see us and more nerd stuff on a weekly basis, go check it out. It's less analytical like this and more light.
He meant to say our
More just-
podcast, but he cut out.
Our podcast. It's less analytical and more of a fun time over. So if you want to see us in more of a lighthearted tone, just go over there. If that's pretty much it, we'll see you guys next time.